Hey guys, this is XWolfX here, coming at you with my Morphtronic build that I showed in the other video the other day. And I hope you guys like it. Obviously it focuses around power tool. Usually there's only two types of builds with Morphtronics. There's either the boarded OTK and the power tool build. I'm going with the power tool build. This is actually really inspired by one of my friends in real life, and he goes to our locals. He plays Morphtronics. And it's just really cool to see all that. And he actually topped an indie regional a couple years ago with it. Like got third, fourth, or fifth place. I can't remember now. But alright guys, let's get started with monster lineup. First off, Cyber Dragon. Yeah, I know you're running a bunch of machines, but usually you don't want to leave them out on the field just in case if someone is or has Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, because they could use that to contact fuse. But I usually just use it for, synchroning into level 8s. That's really what he's there for, or if you got your Lantron at easy 6, just because his deck sometimes can get hands without much special summoning to it. 2, Stapling, because while both of them are in attack position, you basically have a lock on the field, or if you have Power Tool and this in attack mode, your opponent, Power Tool doubles Tool C and D, because they cannot attack if both of those are out on the field, so you just created a lock. And he's got a cute little defense effect too, because once per turn, he can't be destroyed in defense mode, but then he switched to face-up attack position after he switched from defense, so he can be a good stall card too. One slinging, because he can pop up in Morphtronic to blow up a back row or a monster, at least in attack position. In his defense position, in defense position, if he would be destroyed, you can pop off another Morphtronic monster. That's the cool thing about Morphtronics too. They have an attack and defense effect. 2, Boomboxing, just because they can OTK and they attack twice in attack mode, and once per turn if they're in defense mode, once per turn they can protect a monster and negate an attack. So he's a good protector. 1, Radion, just because he boosts your Morphtronics up by 800 attack, and while he's in defense position, he gains 1,000 defense, and that's basically why he's there. 3, Scoping, because while in attack mode, he can pull out a level 4 Morphtronic, so you can go to your power tools or black roads quite easily. And while in defense, he's a level 4, and he's a tuner, so he's really good overall. 3, Remoten. He's a target for machine dupe, for one, and he can remove a Morphtronic monster from your graveyard to get one, or search one from your deck to hand. So you use that with machine dupe, you go into Leviair, and then you have a synchro play on that turn, usually. Morphtronic Lantron. In defense mode, he is basically a Wing Karibo, and in his attack mode, you take no burn damage. All I have him in here for is because he's a level 1 tuner and a 1-for-1 target, so it helps make Formula Synchron. 3, Selphons, just because Selphon is part of the luck engine of the deck, because in attack mode, you can roll and special summon 1 level 4 or lower Morphtronic monsters that you reveal among them, so you roll a 6, you pick up 6 cards. And from what I've seen, and when I've been playing this, I usually always hit a Morphtronic monster. Even my friend who heavily inspired this, he always picked them up too. 1-for-1, because you got your 3 Selphons and your Lantron, so you have a lot of targets in deck, and it helps. 2, Junk Box. It's basically a monster reborn for Morphtronics, except the monster dies at the end phase, but usually you're synchroning them off. 2, Morphtronic Accelerators. Kind of the Gem Spark of the deck, except it's not quick play, and you don't have to tribute your monster. You have like 1 Morphtronic monster in hand. You reveal it, you destroy a card on the field, and then you shuffle into the deck and draw a card. So in a sense, it's a little bit like the Morphtronics Gem Spark. Dark Hole, because it's Dark Hole, it's staple. Machine Dupe, you play 2, because you do have 2 targets, and a lot of the times when I do draw both, they're both very live in game. And especially with Selphon, it's really nice. Or You use it with Remotin. So you get your three Remotins out. You know, you keep popping them off or using their effects to remove stuff from the graveyard to search more to hand. And then you exceed into Leviair. And when you do, you still have a Remotin that turn. So you just add 3 cards to hand. Got a Synchro monster in the field off of just 2 cards. So it gives you a lot of advantage. 2 Typhoons, just because it's Typhoon, it's good, hits back rows. I only play 6 equipped spells, 3 Unite We Stands, and Double Tool C&D. For what people who don't know what Unite We Stand does, 800 attack for every monster on the field. But Double Tool C&D is really good. During your turn, it gives your monster 1,000 extra attack. And if this card is still on your monster, so you have Power Tool Dragon or something, it will destroy the monster. That if it cannot destroy it by battle, but the monster has to remain on the field. And it's really good, and you can equip it to your level 4 or higher Morphtronics too. But usually you just want to equip it to Power Tool. For the trap lineup, 1 Bottomless, because it's bottomless. 2 Mirror Forces, because you have a lot of low monsters, and if you can't get your big plays out, it's good to stop the pushing. 1 TT, staple. Compulse, stops the exceeds and synchros, and all that cute stuff. And 2 Call to Haunted, just because you're synchroing a lot, and sometimes this just helps out a lot. As for the extra deck, 1 Shooting Star, because you're playing Stardust and Formula, why not? Stardust Dragon, really good card if you don't know what it does. You go into a lot of 7s in this deck, so I gave it 2 Black Rose, because it helps nuke and blow up the field. It's just kind of awesome to see. 3 Power Tool Dragon, just because you go into level 7s, like I said, and you're playing 6 equipped spells, so you keep searching those out from your deck to your hand, and it's just really nice to have. 1 Barkion. I don't go into him a lot in this build. In my friend's build, who I'm hoping to get a deck profile of, he goes into it a lot easier. But you know, it's just good to stop traps. 1 Iron Chain, just for an extra 6. That's why he's there. Hyper Librarian, because you're synchroing a lot, and you can go to level 5s really easy in this deck, so use him. Then for like every power tool or whatever you're going into, I mean, you're just drawing like mad. 1 Beast, because it stops spells. Just good. 1 Canister. I'd rather go into Hyper Librarian more than him, but in this build, sometimes you can't get around certain monsters, so you just pull him out and get around it. But usually your power tool should be your ace card. 1 Formula Synchron, because if you have him out with Hyper Librarian, you just drew 2 cards. Assuming you have Hyper Librarian out before you have him out. And then you can go to your power tool if you really want to, or you have other plays to do, like Black Rose and whatnot. Then 2 Exceeds. Leviair, because with Remotin, you're banishing stuff, so you're grabbing it back out with him, and it just causes big plus plays. And 1 Zen Mains, because Zen Main's good, stall card, blows up a card, you know, all that fun stuff. Alright guys, I hope you like this build. If you guys would like to see any other decks, just comment below. And have a nice day, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Have a nice day.